Yeah. Hi, hello everyone. This is Shanmugaraj. Welcome to my channel. One of the aims of this channel is to build a global knowledge sharing platform in the domains of leadership, agile, and project management. You can join me and help me with that either by subscribing to this channel or sharing my videos to our friends. Right? So, having said that, let us get into today's topic. Currently, we are discussing some of the leadership ideas from MIT Sloan School of Management. Particularly, we started discussing top 10 articles which are most read in the MIT Sloan website. So today is going to be the first one. We are going to discuss it. Today's topic is 5 enduring management ideas from MIT Sloan's Edgar Schein. This particular article has been published in the month of February 2023. Why it matters? Edgar Schein's pioneering holistic approach to organization change is still used in management practices today. So this is my 50th video in my MIT series. So it's a significant milestone in my journey. Edgar Schein, a social psychologist who bridged the academic and pragmatic sides of culture and organization by practicing his own tenets of humble leadership and inquiry, died in January 26. He was 94. Schein, who was the Society of Sloan Fellows Professor of Management Emeritus at MIT Sloan, joined the school in 1956 when it was still known as MIT School of Industrial Management. During his 67-year tenure, Schein authored dozens of books on social science subjects including career dynamics, organization culture, group dynamics, and interpersonal interactions. His three-tiered model of organization culture and writings on relationship and trust are still used by managers today. Most people are either one or the other. They are big thinkers and they have these grand theories, or they do the research and incremental work to understand phenomena better. It was said by Douglas Tim Hall, PhD 66, a professor emeritus of management organization at Boston's University Kostrom School of Business. Ed could do both. I cannot think of anyone else who had the kind of range that he had. So we are going to discuss 5 of Sheen's most enduring ideas. First idea from Ed is coercive persuasion. Sheen was born in Zurich on March 5th, 1928. He came to America in 1938 and in the early 1950s entered the US Army's clinical psychology program. After he earned his PhD in social psychology from Harvard University in 1952, he served in the Army till 1956. During his service, Sheen interviewed American prisoners of war about indoctrination attempts conducted by Chinese captors fighting on behalf of North Korea during the Korean War. In a 2012 interview with Indiana University's Topia's Leadership Center, Sheen said, talking with ex-POWs brought him to the concept of coercive persuasion. I discovered in that setting and then in other settings that if I have you physically captive, I can influence you if I chose to. It applies to the POWs, but it applies equally to the golden handcuffs. If I am economically committed to an institution I have tenure, I am going to allow myself or be forced to be socialized into their culture. There is no gain in being a dissident or a deviant if I'm stuck there. If I'm stuck there, I'm going to sooner or later be influenced. Second idea is career anchors and dynamics. What motivates someone to work? What central values drive one's career? How do employees want to be managed or rewarded? The answers to these questions determine a person's career anchors. Career anchors, Sheen wrote in a 1974 report, are a motivational, attitudinal values syndrome which guides and constrains the person's career. Sheen initially identified 5 career anchors but later added 3 more. The 8 anchors are general managerial competence, technical functional competence, entrepreneurial creativity, autonomy, independence, security, stability, service, dedication to a cause, pure challenge, and lifestyle. On the one hand, a career is anchored in a set of job descriptions and organizational norms about the rights and duties of a given title in an organization. Sheen wrote, on the other hand, the career is anchored in a set of needs and motives which the career occupant is attempting to fulfill through the work he does and the rewards he obtains for that work. Money, prestige, organizational membership, challenging work, freedom, etc. Sheen collaborated on the subject of careers with MIT Sloan's John Van Manion, Professor of Organization Studies Emeritus, and the MIT Sloan Professor Emerita Lotte Bailin. The work inspired the formation of a career division in the Academy of Management. Third idea is organizational culture. For Jennifer Chapman, a professor of management at the University of California, Berkeley's Haas School of Business, Sheen's work in defining organization culture was groundbreaking. Sheen brought a level of discipline and precision to a concept that did not lend itself to focused study, said Chapman, a co-founder and a co-director of the Berkeley Culture Center. The center hosts an annual conference that includes a student prize named after Sheen. Originally published in 1985, Sheen's book, Organization Culture and Leadership, proposed that organization culture can be analyzed on 3 levels. He outlined these levels in Sloan Management Review. Level 1 is artifacts. The constructed environment of an organization includes its architecture, technology, office layout, dress code, visible or audible behavior patterns, and public documents like employee orientation handbooks. Number 2 is values, the reasons and or rationalizations for why members behave the way they do in an organization. The third is assumptions, typically an unconscious pattern that determines how group members perceive, think, and feel. MIT Sloan senior lecturer Donald Scull, who teaches on work culture and toxic environments, said Sheen's work revealed the deeply held assumptions and values that lie below the waterline but profoundly shape behavior on a day-to-day basis. The picture you are seeing is Edgar Schein's organization culture model. It has 3 levels, as we discussed. Artifacts. So this data is easy to collect but difficult to interpret. The second level is espoused values, often requires interviewing key members of an organization or consulting documents. Underlying assumptions, while often taken for granted, these are the ultimate source of values and actions within an organization. Fourth idea is humble inquiry and leadership. MIT Sloan's one man remembered Sheen as someone who was vibrant but also kind and decent, with a quiet demure. He wasn't pushy. He was an imaginative listener who could really break through a conversation with the right question at the right time. That was its modulus modus operandi, to listen very carefully. The concept of careful listening is foundational piece of Sheen's writings on helping and humble inquiry. According to Sheen, self Effacing inquiry is the art of drawing someone out by asking questions to which you do not already know the answer, thereby building a relationship based on curiosity and interest in the other person. It's the highest ranking leaders who most need to learn the skill he believed. Our culture emphasizes that leaders must be wiser, set direction, and articulate values, all of which predisposes them to tell rather than ask. Shin wrote in his book Humble Inquiry, yet it is leaders who will need humble inquiry most because complex interdependent tasks will require building positive trusting relationships with subordinates to facilitate good upward communication. Fifth idea is organization change. Shin developed a method of consciously shifting culture within an organization, and within that method, he identified tools that leaders have available to them to effect change, including what a leader regularly focus on measures, rewards, and controls, how leaders distribute resources and rewards, criteria used for recruitment and retention, performance management, and dismissal. Shane understood that organization change went below surface level. Organizations want their employees to be working toward collective objectives. If leaders are not seeing the desired outcomes, they cannot just issue an edict and expect everything to change. In that sense, he had a holistic view of organizations that you cannot just change the incentive system, or you cannot just have the leaders tell the people to do something different. You have to look at all of these touch points so that you can drive holistic change that makes sense to the people. Here is the link of YouTube video where Edgar Schein talks about humble inquiry. I will also put this link in the description. If you're interested, you can go and watch it. With this, we come to the conclusion of this video. Hope you guys got a fair understanding on top 5 ideas from Edgar Schein, who is a chairman emeritus of MIT Sloan. I hope you guys like these kind of videos that helps you to become a better leader or a better entrepreneur or a better business leader, right? So with that, I'm signing off. See you in next video.